fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
you know, this isn't sickle cell is only for one specific group of folk. It's for everybody. But they had us believing that to keep our guards down, to not understand what was really going on in the world. While they were out there getting the shots and taking precautions and everything like that, they were preparing themselves. And again, relate to the party. Relate to the party, and what do you see? Up and down Bedford Avenue in Brooklyn, you see the houses, I mean not the houses, you see the freezers of dead bodies and stuff from the pandemic. And it's like, you have to wake up sooner or later. You gotta get the knowledge on your own. Stop waiting for someone to give it to you.
That's what I love. That's a perfect segue to what I wanted to discuss with the pilgrimage and everything. But that's one of the things that really resonated with me when I first read the autobiography of Malcolm X was his growth mindset and his curiosity, especially when he was in prison, because he learned about philosophy, obviously history, all those things. Because I was just like, oh, this is like okay to be like this curious. I want to know about all these different things that there's nothing that's going to come professionally possibly with this. Being a student of history, it's like you're not going to really do much with that, right?
No, you could.
I mean, you could, but at the time, like I'm young. Like when I first read it, I was in high school, so I didn't think there was. But then I'm reading about this man who's learning all these different things. So I'm like, oh, this is okay. Because remember, also growing up, niggas would make fun of you in anything.
Yeah. Oh, you know Spanish.
I have a bit about how I used to read animal books during recess because I didn't really
like I didn't really want to like play in the jungle gym.
I was especially small back then, so I would read on the bench. Kids would just make fun of me reading. She was like, "Oh, you reading, nigga?" I'm like,
"Yeah." Like that was a problem.
Yeah, I'm reading about this kid turning into an eagle.
Right. Right, but the curiosity, is really what. When you think about, him learning more about himself, it's because he wasn't cheap. Now able to see things for himself rather than being taught the instructions.
There's something empowering.
Right.
I think when you realize what it's all about, then you're able to be like,
okay, now I know the
game. How I want to play.
Right.
How do I really want to play?
Right.
Like, I think for me last year, after the election, like reading, like I listen to a lot of different platforms. There's no like what they say, know thy enemy. So I sometimes listen to Fox News and shit like that just because I need to be prepared. And I'm like, okay, everyone who voted for that, they think that this dude's gonna save them. If there's anything I learned, especially last year, no one's gonna save us. Right. No one's gonna save me. No one's looking out specifically for Brandon God. So what do I do? What do I gotta do to make sure me and mine are good?
How do you take care of
navigating this crazy world? I'm sure you're the same way with you and your family. You got kids,
right?
It's just like, how are we gonna get?
How are we gonna get through? And that's the thought process. If you don't have a community around you feel like you're lost. You feel like it's just you against the world, right? But when you start building, like I put together a list of my doctor. I got a black doctor. I got a black accountant. I studied accounting. I have a black accountant.
Okay.
I have
I gotta talk to you after.
black dentist. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like all these things. My
Does it hurt less?
Well, no. But it's
they have a
actually
secret?
rewarding because I can talk shit to you and you understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's a real conversation. And that's the thing. That's the thing that we have to understand. Is like we have professionals and we have people in our community that we don't have to venture out to get these services anymore. And what are you doing? You're helping keeping the money within the community within this mindset of how do we get more out of each other, right? How do I break bread with you? Why are you here today? Because you want to break bread with me today. This is an experience for both of us, right? If we don't share these experiences, we can never grow. You can never understand who I am. I can never understand who you are. But we don't have a problem going anywhere else and learning their culture, learning what they do, and trying to be accepted by them in their environment. Our environment is just right. It's just as good, but we don't capitalize. You know?
What were your thoughts on the pilgrimage? And how that kind of changed Malcolm's approach to it. If Malcolm had lived, given like his experience with the pilgrimage and everything like that, where do you think he would have taken? Like, what direction do you think he would have gone versus his access, his influence?
Yeah, I think it would have been more of an inclusive world he would have been living in. So, before he left, white man was the devil. White man could do no good.